During Ramadan, many of us stand in the nightly Tarawih prayers, and we hear the entire Quran being recited over the month. But have you ever stopped and wondered, beyond just the beautiful sound of the words, what's the actual message being delivered to us night after night? Well, let's dive into that together.
To help us on this journey, we're going to be drawing from the key insights in Sheikh Ahmadullah's book on this very topic. Think of this as a way to help us all connect just a little bit more deeply with the verses we're hearing every single evening.
And that really gets to the heart of it, right? What are the core lessons packed into the sections of the Quran we listen to? Because Tarawih isn't just a ritual. It's meant to be this incredible spiritual education, delivered one night at a time.
All right, so where do we even begin? Well, like with any strong building, you have to start with the foundation. The Quran kicks things off by laying down a really clear set of fundamental commands and things to avoid, the things that shape the entire worldview of a believer.
What's so amazing here is how it immediately blends the spiritual with the social. I mean, the absolute number one is, of course, worshiping God alone. But look what comes right alongside it. Fulfill your promises, take care of your family, give in charity. The message is so clear from the get-go. Your faith isn't meant to be lived in a bubble. It's a complete blueprint for a balanced life.
And then you've got the other side of the coin, the core prohibitions. These aren't just random rules. Think of them as safeguards, both for our faith and for our communities. And you can see the pattern, right? It's about protecting the purity of your belief, like not associating partners with God, and at the same time protecting the health of society, like not shedding blood or twisting the truth.
But you know, with all these do's and don'ts, the relationship with God is always deeply personal and direct. This beautiful prayer really captures that feeling. It's just a simple, humble plea for acceptance from the one who hears and knows everything.
Okay, so we have our foundation. Now let's see how that builds outwards, from our personal faith to how we actually conduct ourselves out in the world. The Quran gives incredibly detailed guidance on how we should interact with each other, basically laying out a complete social code. This is where the rubber meets the road, you know? It's where faith gets translated directly into action. This isn't just some abstract theory. You can see it's twofold. We're commanded to actively do good and fulfill the rights of others, our parents, the needy, our neighbors, and at the same time, we're strictly warned against the things that would tear a society apart, like financial injustice or disrespect in the family.
And the guidance gets incredibly practical, especially on really delicate topics you'll hear in Surah An-Nisa. I mean, look at this. A literal four-step process for handling marital disputes. The goal, always, is reconciliation. It starts gently, with advice. If that doesn't work, it moves to creating some space. And only as a final step before things completely fall apart, it involves bringing in people from both families to help find a solution. It's a structured path to peace.
Now you might be thinking, that's a lot to remember. So how does the Quran make these principles really stick? It tells us powerful stories. It holds up a mirror to history, showing us the real-world consequences of following or ignoring this guidance.
For instance, we hear the story of the children of Israel and their freedom from Pharaoh. The lesson is just timeless. Tyranny doesn't last forever, and God's help is there for those who are oppressed and stay patient. Then we have the absolutely profound tests of Prophet Abraham. I mean, can you even imagine that level of trust? From standing up to a tyrant king, to leaving his wife and child in a barren desert, his entire life teaches us what it truly means to have absolute, unwavering faith in God's plan. And this one is so brilliant because it points out the dangers that come from within. The Quran warns us again and again about the hypocrites, those who say they believe but secretly work to create division. It's a huge lesson on just how important sincerity and unity really are. So, when you put it all together, the commands, the social codes, the powerful lessons from history, the Quran lays out a very clear path forward, a path to what really matters, earning God's pleasure. And here's the crucial part. This path isn't just a set of abstract ideas. It's embodied in a person, the Prophet Muhammad. Following his example, his truthfulness, his trustworthiness, and obeying his guidance, that's presented as the practical, real-world way to live out the Quran's message. He is, as the Quran says, the excellent model.
And all of this, really, it all ties back to this one huge concept called the amana, or the trust. The Quran tells us that humanity was given this immense responsibility, the free will to follow God's guidance. This trust is our whole purpose. It's our duty to uphold justice, truth, and compassion in the world. It is the ultimate responsibility placed on all of us.
So, as we stand in prayer tonight and listen to these very verses, the message starts to become really clear.
It's not just a history book or a rule book. It's a living, breathing call to action, to reflection, and to change. And that leaves all of us with one final question to carry into our prayers. This Ramadan, out of all these powerful teachings, which one will you choose to truly bring to life?